This video is a product buyer's guide intended for gift givers and adult collectors. Hey guys, welcome to Toy Chat. This is Max.
Insane.
And today we are going to be talking about Monster High Gen 3. We have a slew of Monster High Gen 3 dolls here that we are going to be unboxing, reviewing, and discussing. This is going to be a little bit more of an informal overview review. You know, we're not really going to be getting into the woods with every little detail of everything here, but we're going to be talking about some of these recent releases, one of which is more recent than the others.
By recent, we mean recent for us as Target shoppers.
Yes.
All of these are available at Target now.
Yes.
Jinafire was originally released
late last year in 2024, but she only recently started popping up in Target stores in the US. So yeah, we're going to be covering today the Monster High Skulltimate Secrets Series 5.
Can you believe it?
There have been 5 and there's more coming, which we're also gonna address in this video as well. This one is called Garden Mysteries. We have the complete set, all 3 of Draculaura, Twyla, and Venus McFlytrap. Venus making her second Gen 3 appearance. Very excited. And yes, we have Jinafire Long, of course, you know, very popular Gen 1 Legacy Monster High character making her signature debut in Gen 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know that her cartoon version was... we don't watch the show, but we've seen promo images of her on the show. She looks very cute. And then finally she got a doll here. Like we said, this doll came out a little bit a while ago on online retailers, and in stores are starting to get them in. We just, you know, we were waiting to find a perfect one for us.
What else is going on in the playline world right now?
Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump straight in. So yes, I did purchase all 4 of these dolls at Target. At this point, they're readily available at Targets in the US. If you're interested in purchasing them online, I will put links to buy them in the description below. Jinafire, like all other signature dolls, she is priced at $24.99, and the Garden Mysteries Skulltimate Secrets dolls are priced at $29.99 each. Of course, there's been a lot of sales going on lately, so you could potentially get them much cheaper.
Jinafire's in the signature Monster High Gen 3 box with the large window and everything on display. She has cute little artwork on the bottom left-hand corner and her name, Jinafire Long. Her and her pet look super cute in the artwork. Love it. And for the Garden Ghouls, these are the redesigned packaging that's kind of a more oval shape than the original one that we first reviewed like a year ago. These boxes are kind of interesting. I think these ones are specifically for the Garden Mysteries. There's some floral designs on them. And if you look closely, you can kind of take a peek at the doll inside, which is kind of nice. I think that was kind of a critique that we had of the first wave. These ones, you can kind of see them inside.
You can sort of inspect for Wong,
yes.
but
which we tried.
We tried. We'll see how it goes.
I love the redesigned Monster High logo on there. It's Skulltimate Secrets with this swirly Monster High logo.
So hypnotic. Yeah,
super hypnotic. There are 22 parts inside, so you are supposed to dress them up, and there's little keys that you unlock the display with, and I think they pop up from the packaging, which is kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So once again, like, you know, all of Skulltimate Secrets pretty much, there is one locker sculpt. If you've been watching us for a while, you know how we feel about all these giant lockers in Skulltimate Secrets. But once again, the sculpt is the same for all 3 of them. It's just like slight color variants of the locker depending on which character you have. So we're probably, you know, we'll show the unboxing process of like 1, and then, you know, you get the point, and then we'll move on and we'll just discuss the contents inside.
So we peeled off the slip cover for the packaging, and inside is a little manual. It's very cool. The key that it comes with that's attached to the locker has a little.
The word it would not be magnifying glass. It's like it's a little like reveal screen basically that you can see like little symbols like revealed in each one, which is basically a clue of like.
I have no idea.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Maybe we should have read it, but we didn't read it.
Yeah, we kind of just tore it open and we're just doing it because, we're mainly interested in the contents inside. The main nice thing about Skulltimate Secrets is, these dolls technically have like multiple fashion pieces. You use the little keys to open the locker doors, but you don't technically have to use the key. You just twist, the little thing.
Just stick your finger inside and twist.
The lock, pretty much. And then you can just open it. And then inside, it's like blind box style packaging. As we've seen in the previous series, you just open up, the little baggies and you slowly reveal all the components and pieces and accessories of the doll, essentially.
So it looks like there's 4 little baggies in here that we're opening up. I appreciate that it's not a single baggie for every single tiny piece. Like, it looks like there's multiple items inside, so there's less waste.
It looks like there's just like 4 bags total. I kind of like that because it's annoying doing the unboxing process and then like you open one of the little bags and it's like a teeny tiny piece that you can like lose and then you have to open a whole bunch of other bags. So it's kind of nice. And also the sculpt basically of the locker itself, of course, because this is Garden Mysteries, it is, floral, garden themed, which is probably going to remind a lot of OG collectors of Garden Ghouls. Or the iconic Gen 1 line, Gloom and Bloom, of course. So it's nice to see this theme again. We have some really lovely like rose and plant sculpts and hearts and stuff again.
A lot of vines.
Yes. Again, the sculpt of this locker is identical across all 3 dolls. They're just in different colors.
I do appreciate this design. It's more aesthetically pleasing than the first wave where it was strictly just like a locker. A little bit more of an eyesore. These ones kind of are, you can kind of peek inside and it kind of reminds me of like a greenhouse and a little gothic vibe to it.
It is
pretty
nice.
Cool.
Yes.
In those little blind bags, we assemble this little cute contraption. There are 3 little pieces that you snap together. This is gonna be the lever that you use to move the doll up out of her locker.
And here is our reveal. There she is. Oh, she's so cute. So now that we've shown how the unboxing process works, we're gonna go ahead and just unbox all the rest of them off camera and we'll check out all the awesome stuff inside.
Alrighty, so we unbox all of these ghouls. Very cute. So we're first gonna be talking about what they come with straight out of their displays. So first we did Draculaura. She comes in this very cute, kind of like a mini dress with a corset belt piece that's plastic. Let's talk about how beautiful her hair color is.
Yeah, her hair is amazing in color. We'll talk about the quality in a second. But she has 2-tone hair. One side is like a deep rosy magenta. And the other is really unique. It's almost like a wine color.
Yeah, wine or like plum.
I love it. I think I don't think we've seen Draculaura in color schemes like this much like previously. So I would say this is a very unique hair color combination for Draculaura. Her face is also super cute. She has little roses on either side of her eyes, acting, kind of like artsy eyeshadow.
Oh, are these new eyes for her too? They're facing forward, and usually she's side glancing.
Yeah, I don't remember if this was the very first G3 forward-facing Draculaura or if there was another one, but I know that that's much less common for her in Gen 3 because she's usually side glancing.
Her dress has a very fun print as well. They're kind of like, looks like there's little white bats with, are those roses, it looks like? And almost looks kind of like, it's probably not, but it kind of looks like almost like fireworks on it, but Yeah, it's like really interesting swirls.
All three of them are wearing different like corsets, and so yeah, Draculaura has a pink one with painted black hearts. Both Draculaura and Twyla have a bit of an unfortunate situation at their feet. They're wearing faux mesh socks. So these are not actual socks that cover the feet. They're like mini leg warmers. So you have to shove, they stop at the ankle. So you have to like shove it into the shoes to create the illusion of socks. They're not great. They're not the most convincing. Part of me is tempted to just like not have them on. But yeah, Draculaura is also wearing a cute pair of platform heels. You know, they're pink, of course.
There's like bat wings.
Yes, there's little bat wings on each side. For Twyla, her hair is in pigtails, which is very cute. So by the way, the hair quality of these dolls, we personally, again, as we very often say, Sang and I are not experts of like identifying specifically like, oh, this is saran, this is nylon, this is da-da-da-da. Of what we have felt previously from polypropylene and really terrible hair quality on like previous waves of Gen 3 and Skulltimate Secrets, this doesn't feel as bad.
Well, for Draculaura and for Venus, I think Twyla has very coarse hair that doesn't want to stay together. They kind of just want to fan out. And I try wetting it and the water won't stick to it, so.
Twyla might still have polypropylene.
I mean, they might. It just maybe the quality changes with like kind of like the color, the color dye they use for it. But yeah, Twyla is noticeably like drier than say Draculaura.
Yes, I do really like her cute like dramatic cat eye eyeshadow. You know, her eyes are actually quite small in this screening, but the dramatic eyeshadow, you know, gives a lot.
Her eyes are very piercing, like that really bright like teal. It makes it look like she's staring to your soul.
I am a fan. I love it.
And her lips are really like a very nice lavender color.
She is wearing a mini dress as well, and I am obsessed with the print on this dress. It is, you know, they're flowers, but they have a very like dreamy, like dream cloud like quality to them.
I forgot what those flowers are called, like Morning Glory.
Morning Glory, yeah. And yeah, I love the color story. It's a lot of icy, you know, blues and purples. Really lovely. She might have my favorite mini dress print of the three.
I like Venus's. Hers is, you know.
I like all of them, but Twyla might be my favorite. And she is, once again, she's wearing a corset, plastic corset. Hers, of course, has a spider on it. And those, by the way, they open at the back with like a little, you know, snappy snap. And Twyla, once again, has the faux mesh socks, and they're terrible. They're even worse than Draculaura's. I kind of just want to take them off of her. And then she does have cute heels. You know, Monster High is all about the object heels, so the heels themselves are like looks like a little stack of books.
Adorable.
Yeah, super cute.
So finally, there's Venus. She has a very unique and kind of awesome shaven side. And then she has...
It's like sculpted braids.
Sculpted
painted.
Sculpted braids with some... so her, I guess you call edges or baby hairs are kind of like floral as well, like vines.
That's so fun. I love that.
Fun. It looks like it's painted very well too. And then her hair is like this magenta color with some kind of like deep green, like forest green highlights, and topped with these really like neon lime green like braids. The braids are really micro braids. They're very cool. They're very nice. I'm a little concerned about brushing through them, but they're a very nice addition for her.
Yeah, her makeup is super cute. I love all the little floral accents on her makeup. This Venus, I feel like, has a very, very like friendly face. The screening, she has a very like friendly screening.
Until she eats ya.
Yes. And she is also wearing a dress. It's one of those dresses where, you know, there's kind of like a collar choker that, you know, it's sleeveless, and the rest of the dress has, you know, a very vine leaf plant print that's very colorful.
Very neon.
Yes. Super fun. Once again, we see another corset with, you know, of course, because it's Venus, it has a very plant-like sculpt. Venus apparently got special treatment compared to the other two ghouls because she has an actual pair of mesh leggings that even have like, you know, the little like diamond or like kind of detailing.
I think all of them do. It's the same mesh fabric, but her is actual pants.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're not like pantyhose.
They don't go over her feet. They don't go over her feet.
Yeah, but it's longer, so it kind of gives, there's more leeway in terms of like not bunching up.
And then she's wearing a pair of platform boots that have sculpted zippers at the side. Appreciate there's a little paint detailing on that. Something kind of cool about Venus's shoes is there's a lot of really tiny little intricate details. It says station on either side of the soles. And there is also an open heel. So the heels are open at the back, and at the bottom soles, one says uptown and one says downtown. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and take a closer look at all of the, you know, kind of alternate mix and match fashion pieces and accessories that they come with.
All right, so here they are in their second looks.
They do technically have enough pieces to form like a complete secondary outfit, but this collection clearly encourages mixing and matching.
Each girl does come with a shirt with some lace on them, and then there is a mesh underskirt with some metallic designs on them, and as well as a kind of velvety skirt. They also come with a secondary pair of shoes. We didn't show them before, but they do come with a pair of earrings. Each girl has, you know, different design on them. Yes. So let's talk about Dracula's look first. Her earrings are like clear, but they look kind of like, are they like little like dangly bats, I think? Wasn't really sure.
Yeah, I mean, they almost remind me of like little mirrors with like little bat wings. Yeah.
It's very, very cute, Max was saying kind of like Parisian.
This is something Rochelle would look great in as well, but it's very like romance in Paris. Like, yeah, this almost feels like a very like Valentine's Day Draculaura, but it does like, it's Parisian, you know, Scarisian, you know, fashion inspired. It feels like. I do feel like also just because of her color scheme, everything in this look feels like cohesive. The other girls, the color story gets a little all over the place, and just I think those are just the style of pieces. But I think Draculaura, this feels like a cohesive look.
They're all shades of warm, like reds and pinks.
Yes. Again, I love the mix of like red and like these very vibrant, rosy, winey, like different, you know, tones on her. It's really fun. I think, you know, it's kind of unique for Draculaura.
Her gladiator boots are pretty cute too. They have like little hearts on like the lace portion or like strap portion.
Adorbs.
Yeah, she's very fun. I love this look on her. It's giving kind of like playful, Parisian look. Over to Twyla. I love her kind of like puffy kind of bishop sleeves. The top is cute. I was telling Max, like, a lot of these tops remind me of something you wear, like a nightie or a teddy, like, to bed. Like, the lace reminds me of that.
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird mix of, like, nightgown aesthetic, going out aesthetic, and slightly, you know, dressed up casual aesthetic. So I think mixing and matching would work a lot better here. But it is still very cute. I don't know if I think this all goes together, but I do really like her teal, fuzzy, velvety, and these velvety skirts are super soft. And you know, Twyla's is teal.
Yeah, I love like the tailoring on it. It kind of has like this rib panel look to it. And then her earrings are really cute too. They're like those little flowers, morning glories. They're also clear. Her heels are kind of interesting too. The heels itself are like little, like hanging spiders.
It's kind of cute, and they're kind of like arched a little bit, so it's like the spider dangling down. Very cute, very Twyla. And finally, we have Venus, who, like the other two, has like a sheer, you know, mesh shirt that she wears as the base here, and there's a cute metallic, like, pokey vine print. Over it, she wears a very like vibrant forest green, which is kind of a heavy contrast to everything else. But as a standalone piece, I do like it.
Yeah, honestly, if the top was a little bit longer, it definitely reminds me of like a 90 like shirt.
Yes. Yeah.
Her skirt is so cute. It's probably my favorite skirt of the batch. I love those little slits.
And I love the contrast of like the pastel like green ribbons on it to like the magenta, velvety, texture. Really nice. I agree, she might have my favorite skirt of the bunch. And then her shoes, of course, they are vines and they're like platform sandals. They have painted flowers. And a lot of these shoes have cute little details on the soles on the bottom. So all three of them do come with purses, and all three of the purses open up. So luxe.
It's very nice. So Draculaura looks kind of like, it reminds me of like locks, like those turn locks. There is a lock on it too, but it's like almost like a circular piece with like a centerpiece. The design on it is really nice. There's a lot going on.
Fantastical, kind of very, it's giving like fantasy vibes. Really cute little bats. And there's an adorable little detail inside. There's a heart sculpt in the interior.
Oh, really?
When you open
really
it up.
Cute.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious if they're all like that. I don't know. Or Draculaura gets special treatment.
Oh, there's stuff.
They kind of do, yeah. So it is kind of cute. So yeah, like, moving on to Twyla's purse. She, of course, has the bunny door. Twyla is such, like, Donnie Darko vibes. You open it up and it has, like, little, like, house brick, sculpt. And there is a little Monster High Skullette as well.
Yeah, so, it's like, her purse is like a structure like a house.
It is.
So it's like, it reminds me of like high fashion designer ones. A lot of designers like Louis Vuitton and I think Kate Spade has little like dollhouse purses. It's
kind of impressive to the front with like the door and lock and everything. This is actually sculpted.
Yeah, it's sculpted on it. It looks like they use that kind of like printed technique that they use for some like the eye screenings for like Barbie. Because it kind of has that kind of pixelated texture, right?
Kind of, yeah. But it's quite intricate though. And then Venus also has a cute little handbag with vines and cute little rose bow at the top. Once again, hers opens up. Hers is kind of hard to open, but not a whole lot going on inside of hers. So all three of them do also come with a food or drink related item and a teacup. So it's kind of like a garden tea party theme.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, so Draculaura has, a really cute platter of rose cupcakes, and Venus has an adorable, like, ombre, slightly translucent teapot. It's so Alice in Wonderland. And Twyla has what looks like a little gingerbread house with like ghosties on it.
And it's sitting on like a silver tray.
Yes. And so Draculaura also has a pair of tongs for the cupcakes, even though
so they have something to hold. Yeah.
Yes, even though the cupcakes are attached, you cannot remove them from the tray. And Venus has a really cute honey drizzler, like honey dipper stick that is super adorable. I personally don't have a doll accessory like that. I don't think at all.
Yeah.
So really nice to have that.
And it looks like Twyla has kind of like a cookie, an unglazed like cookie that's shaped as like a ghost bunny.
Yeah, super adorable. And there's very slight variations to the sculpt in their teacups.
Yes, all the teacups they're individually like molded. The steam that's coming off of it is all different and specifically for the character. Like Draculaura kind of her looks like tentacles to me, but there's one of the steam kind of curls into like a heart.
There's tiny little hearts, which makes it look like tentacle suckers, kind of, from afar.
Yeah, but one of them is shaped into a heart, which is really cute. So Twyla's kind of has, Twyla's kind of interesting, because hers is, there's like a little bunny rabbit that's kind of hanging off of one of them. But yeah, it looks more like steam. And then there's a bunny hanging off of it, or jumping off. And then, of course, there's Venus, who has a Venus flytrap design with some leaves, it looks like it, some vines.
So Venus's teapot opens, and there's a really intricate, like, rose sculpt in, like, as you know, stemming from the bottom of the lid, and it feels very delicate. So careful with it.
So finally, there are a few things that come in those little packages that are meant for the actual display thing. There is a little peg that we were kind of confused about, but this is the peg that goes into this left side. It's meant to be a hook, or sorry, it's meant to be, what'd you call this? Like a hanger?
Like a hanging rod or something.
Yeah, a hanging rod for it. So there's a slot for it, and you just slide it in.
And that's what the hangers hang on, essentially.
Yes, and they do come with 2 hangers.
Yes, and yeah, all 3 dolls come with the same, you know, reprinted 2 hangers.
Yes, and this is what you're going to be hanging extra fashions with. This is a little clear piece that connects to this hole right here, and it's supposed to hold the doll in. So you snap it in here. Beautiful. So they do come with a little, like, grip for the dolls, and they go into any one of these 6 heart pieces on the front of the box. So you can snap it in.
Oh, so you can display it on the outside?
Ah, that's fun. So when she goes inside, she uses the clear piece right there.
Oh, okay, so you can store her inside if you want, or you can, yeah.
Place her out here. Oof. Cute. That's a cute thing.
That is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so next we are going to talk about Signature Gen 3 Jinafire Long. Here she is unboxed. She's very lovely. Her hair
is what you expect from Gen 3. You can hate us in the comments all you want. But we're just saying, this is her hair.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like the promo images.
Not in the slightest. No. But the color scheme, gorge. I love the colors chosen. She has like almost like a pastel lavender, like in the front, kind of where her bangs are, and it's tied back a bit.
And I think the rest of her hair is a jet black with streaks of purple in it.
It's like a blend.
Yeah,
it
it's a
seems
blend.
like, yeah, really lovely. And actually, honestly, what I didn't even really notice until I saw her in person, she does have a really cute pastel, like mossy green, in like the back of her hair as well. Unfortunately, the styling and quality of this hair is not great. So Monster High Gen 3 promo images definitely sets expectations that are not met in the slightest when you have these dolls on hand, but I do love the colors.
Yeah, and the concept is pretty nice. Yeah, so her hair is split down the middle, and the front is braided on each side and then looped together with a rubber band on the back. So it's very cute. It kind of gives kind of this wave effect in the front. Moving on to her makeup, she has very unique makeup.
Love.
Yes, she has these golden eyeshadow. Looks like there's like a layer of like lavender on the eyelid with some graphic orange and yellow, and underneath her eyes are these very prominent like gold and green clouds, like very swirly like Chinese clouds. And then her eyes are like these golden yellow, like almost like snake eyes, really. And she has a side glance. We always love a side glance.
Little bit, yeah. Once again, Mattel quality control causes a lot of problems with this. It is a struggle to find one that didn't have something messed up in the face. This one was as good as it got that I found.
Yeah, both her ears are gold, and they look like separate pieces that they kind of like tucked into the sculpt.
I believe I saw online that people were saying that you want to be kind of delicate with them because they can come I think I heard people say that they're glued in.
Oh, okay.
But
So
they are separate
off,
pieces, but they are separate pieces. Yeah, so just kind of be cautious with those. She has two small green, like mini hoop earrings on one ear.
Yeah, kind of like they're supposed to imitate like jade. And then on the other side, she has like a tassel earring, like that Chinese tassel piece.
Super cute.
And her lips are this bright, like apple red with some fangs.
Painted fangs, yes. The jacket she's wearing is very lovely. It has a bit of a sheen in person. Of course, it's a vibrant red. There's like a gold fabric trim at the sleeves. It is not lined, of course. We can only expect so much from Mattel. I really like the metallic gold dragon brooch that's on her. It's lovely. A very, very nice accent to add to the jacket. She's wearing a simple, jade green choker.
It's like a pearl necklace almost.
Yes. And I love her top that she's wearing underneath the jacket.
Yeah, I would say it's one of those, it's like a traditional Chinese undershirt. I think they used to wear them as bras for ladies. And the only Chinese I know is from C-dramas, and I think those are what they usually wear for undergarments. But it's black with some really metallic lavender cloud patterns on it.
Gorgeous. Love it. And another thing we're a big fan of is she has a light purple pleated skirt with, it's not embroidery, but it's like a...
It honestly, it's like brocade almost.
A brocade, kind of, there's a nice design on it. Again, it shimmers a little bit in person. Really beautiful. Bravo. This is what we want to see from dolls at these price points. And she is also wearing a sculpted belt with a little bit of gold paint, and it has an attached faux waist chain on it as well. She is also wearing a very nice pair of boots. We do, once again, from the looks of it, see a sculpt of that tassel that's painted red at the front. And there's a really gorgeously intricate dragon art print. It's almost like a purple to green gradient in color on each side of the boots.
I really love the slits in the front where you can actually see her her scales, the gold scales. Yeah,
super lovely.
And what's behind on her heels? Oh, more dragon design on her heels. They're really detailed heels.
Really intricate, super nice. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. This is so nice. We love to see it. Speaking of that, so we'll talk briefly kind of about her body sculpt and the coloration and everything there, which, classic Jinafire was kind of known for. So here she has gold scaly hands and gold scaly legs, but it's specifically knee down that have the... Yeah.
So it's like a solid gold piece for the lower legs and then the hands as well. But there are some painted scale details on her knees as well.
Yeah, really, really nice. I love how it looks from afar. And she, of course, has her dragon tail.
It looks very similar to her original
I know,
tail.
I'm almost going to be
is it the same?
The same?
Yeah.
It looks really, really similar to the original.
All right, let's talk about her accessories. She comes with quite a few things. So the first thing, let's talk about her pet. Her pet is...
Cloudy Union?
Yes. So it glides in the air like a cloud. It's part Pekingese puppy, and part Chinese lion. So it's the type of dogs that really have really long hair.
I know we've talked about the pets kind of all looking the same and Lila's Pet Shop, whatever, but I do think this pet is really cute. I like that it's a little dragon puppy. Something a little fascinating, it is kind of interesting that Gen 3 Jinafire has a pet because her Gen 1, in one of her bios or diary or something, it talked about her specifically not having a pet because, quote unquote, it's a decision that takes many years for dragons to make. I expect in another couple hundred years, I'll have narrowed it down to a top 20 of what pet. So I guess you could say now that we're in Gen 3,
she's ready.
Made a decision on a pet. Yeah.
She is really into fashion, so she comes with quite a few accessories that inspire her creativity. She has kind of a purple sketchbook, her notebook with some pattern design that she looks like she made her own jacket with the brooch on there. Really cute. And to write with it, she has a jade colored pen with a Chinese dragon topper. It can sit on kind of it's like a bracelet.
That's the thing is, I mean, I think you could use this as a bracelet, but
I think it's supposed to be a bracelet.
It's probably a bracelet, but I mean, it's a very chunky bracelet.
Yes. Yeah, so it's this really chunky bracelet, and she does come with another bracelet as well. So that one's more of like standardized like pearl bracelet.
She has a miniature mannequin stand, and it has a dragon tail.
Oh, she's making clothes for herself, yeah.
Which is very cute. She does also have a like purple oozing flames pair of sunglasses, shades. Her backpack is very nice. She has like a jade green kind of shimmery backpack with a dragon design.
It does not open up. I think it does open up, right?
No.
It has to open up.
Nope.
There's no way it has to open up.
Solid piece.
No.
Oh, wait.
It does open up.
Wait, what? Where?
To.
How? Okay. It opens up, but not the way you would expect it to open up.
Yeah, the flap doesn't open up.
There's like a clip at the top, which is kind of annoying to open.
Yeah, don't break your nails.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it does open up. And yeah, the handles are gold. She has a little thermos that says yogurt on it, which it may be referencing some sort of, yogurt drink. And cute little dragon graphic. And she, of course, has her eye coffin, her little phone, and there's, really cute dragony sculpting, for the case. You can see some of the apps she uses. And finally, she has a black hanger.
I think it's the same hanger from the Garden
Mysteries.
Mysteries.
Probably, yeah.
So all these dolls tie together by the hanger.
Yes, that's how
That's our theme.
Yes. All right, so these are our final thoughts on Garden Mysteries and Jinafire Long, and kind of, the direction Gen 3 is heading. As I believe I said in a previous podcast, Garden Mysteries were some of my favorite Gen 3 dolls released last year. I think they're so detailed. There's such a great value. I love all the intricate pieces. I love the unique hair color on Draculaura. It's really nice to see Venus again, in a unique look. As we have said umpteen times, while we understand that it is really nice and fun to have a display space or whatever for your doll's extra clothes and to place the doll in, yada yada yada, having 5 and 6 and plus beyond that waves where this gimmick occurs over and over and over and over and over again, and every doll in the line is just a color variant of all the rest with these lockers, these big locker accessories, it just becomes really redundant and really space consuming.
It's, it's not sustainable. Obviously.
And it's a
lot of plastic.
Not environmentally friendly. I love having all these multiple fashion pieces and accessories and encouraging mixing and matching and stuff like that. I could do without the lockers, just give us stands. Literally, I'll take a stand. If you really want to make, you can even make a cute, intricate stand. You could make, that's, I don't know, maybe asking a lot of Mattel. But I'd prefer that at this point to a million lockers. It was cute the first and second and third time. It's too much. We're done with this.
I mean, I feel like they made it kind of interesting here by having it fit more of a interactive piece where it is a closet as well as you can a makeshift stand by having them plug into the actual locker piece.
Closest thing to a Gen 3 stand.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a cute concept, but it takes up too much space. It just, I think maybe for someone who's just mildly curious about Monster High and buy 1 or 2, this is cute. But I think when you want to have a fan base that buys your product on the regular, I think stands should be the norm and not these giant pieces of plastic.
Agreed. Yes. The dolls themselves, and especially, the designs of these dolls, I think are super cute. I love the accessory. I mean, honestly, as I've kind of said before, I think Gen 3 is really excelling with like accessory sculpts. They're really intricate, really detailed. As I said previously, I think some of these ensembles don't all go quite as well together cohesively as like Draculaura's second look, but I think there's a lot of really awesome mix and match potential. I love the velvety skirts. I think they're so cute, and it's adorable. I'm a big fan. One sentiment that I really have to push across the board for all of these dolls and all of Gen 3 is I think Gen 3 has been, for the most part, doing a really great job of like giving a lot of collectors what they want in terms of articulation, fashion details, trendy aesthetics, like all these different things, great accessories, great color schemes. And then you touch and look at their hair and I feel like at the worst, it ruins everything else. It's like I personally feel like hair is one of the most important aspects of a doll. So if you have a doll that has like, looks gorgeous everywhere else, and then she has like straw hair that is flying all over the place and looks hideous and like it doesn't photograph well or anything, it's a big problem. So I really, really think if there's one thing Gen 3 Monster High can focus on moving forward, please up the quality of the hair and how it looks and feels and is styled, because it's really frustrating to see like a stunning Jinafire promo image with how her hair is laid and everything, and then you have like a Goodwill wig like in person. It's just frustrating.
I mean, we're not the core audience for these dolls. These are, dolls made for kids. And here's what the reception, the hair, and the lack of stands impacts kids. Because like personally, like as an adult, definitely those things I really want and really care about. But kids, like, do they care? I'm very curious. But
I'm sure kids appreciate when hair feels soft versus when it really does not. But young kids really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Mattel does testing and whatnot. But my point was, even if these are not meant for us adults, I think as a parent, I would want my child to appreciate the toys we purchase for them. I think having nice hair, having stands, having things that elevate your toys rather than like something that they play with a little bit and they toss, or they, we want to teach children to value their dolls and the value of money. So when you don't have very nice hair, when you don't have stands, they're just gonna toss them around and the hair is gonna be all crazy and whatnot. We've seen, really crazy things done to dolls. I think having
really young kids, they will wreck a doll's hair and they don't care about it. But I think when you start talking about slightly older kids and stuff, it's like then
even young kids, you want to teach them like, oh, these are things that we bought with money. You should take care of them, and this is how you do it. These are stands. You stand them up when you're done playing with them. You don't toss them around. And then hair is also something that relates to that. Like, if you have nice hair quality, it's easier to keep them, and kids will enjoy, playing with the hair and how it feels and stuff like that. So I think that's something that brands need to take into consideration. It's like, we want these dolls to last. We want kids to be able to play with them and value the dolls and appreciate them, rather than something that, they just ruin within a week or so and toss around. But these dolls are cute. They're cute to look at. Not so much to touch, of course, with the hair quality. And
some are worse than others.
Yeah, of course. Clearly, yeah, of course. And like the cute idea of having the stand built into the locker, it's a cute concept. But I personally, I would not keep these huge little lockers in the long run. You don't have space for them. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I think on Skulltimate Secrets specifically too, we do know there is another wave coming. So there's literally going to be another series of Skulltimate Secrets called Hauntlywood Mysteries. We know for sure they're continuing the locker concept because the next series of Skulltimate Secrets has the lockers, and it is going to include Caddy Noir, Claudine, and Frankie. It looks like a lot of more of the same. Again, I appreciate that this is an excuse to have a lot of like mix and match pieces. It'll be kind of cool seeing an alternative look for Caddy, for Gen 3 Caddy. But the lockers is just, if you collect all of these, like you would have a giant pile of like lockers at this point. Yeah, so it's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute trio. I don't know if I'll be collecting this upcoming wave. It's still the same concept. They changed some like the molds and stuff like that, but it's the same kind of elevator reveal and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same as this, pretty much. I think for Jinafire specifically, it is really nice to see Jinafire back, and I really like her new design. I think introducing like lavender to her color palette was a great idea. I think she's really well designed. I think she's really pretty. I think her clothes are beautiful. She's so detailed. This is like the detail and layering and quality that I want to see like for just $24.99, with the exception of her hair. Like I said, there's levels to it. Like I would say of the 4 dolls here, Twyla's hair felt the worst. It felt like the polypropylene stuff we've been seeing before. Dracula and Venus were not that bad. Jinafire was okay. I mean, the thing too is I know there's been some people who are saying like, oh yeah, some Gen 3 dolls, like they are using Saran, and I'm like, I personally have not felt much hair in Gen 3 that has like the grade of softness of the Saran and stuff like that we saw in like Gen 1. I mean, let alone if you start making comparisons to like nylon that we've seen in, you know, like Rainbow High and stuff like that. It's worlds apart in terms of brushability, softness, quality, all that. I mean, I think overall, Monster High Gen 3 I do really think is doing a lot right. I think the designs are great. I think it's amazing that they're still incorporating such heavy articulation and like fashion details, and you know, it's really nice. I just would really like better hair.
Yeah, I agree. I think the designs are great. They have great designers working on these dolls. There may be some kind of things that need to be changed during production. Like the cost saving measures with like the hair and the stands. That end of the dolls, you know, it's always been a critique of ours of Gen 3. I'm not sure if they're going to change it, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, and you know, there's still a lot going on and yet to come from Gen 3. CA Cupid is coming back, a legacy Monster High and Ever After High character. Her promo pictures look very detailed and fun, but I feel like she'd be hit pretty hard with this gen's hair quality issues. That's a separate conversation, maybe a separate video. Let us know if you'd like to see her covered on our channel when she's available. All right, thank you so much for joining us for this big Monster High Gen 3 review. You know, let us know where y'all are at with Gen 3. Like, you know, what are you still collecting? Are you still really closely watching Gen 3? Are you done with Gen 3? You know, definitely, you know, what do you think of these ones that we reviewed? Let us know in the comments. Our full Monster High playlist will be linked on screen here. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Bye!